Insurance Hometown Haiku. Battling this week are teams from Washington, Penn Hills, and North Hills. Here's your host, Rick Dayton. Get your hands on your buzzers and let's play.
We have got some heavyweights in the studio set for a great game of Hometown Haiku. We're going to jump right to it because we're frankly feeling kind of bullish about this today. We think you're going to do very well in this opening round because everything in the round has to do with persons, places, or things that have to do with bulls. This mythical creature, half man, half bull, lived in the labyrinth. Washington.
A minotaur.
Minotaur is correct. The bullfighter Escamillo appears in this opera by Bizet. Penn Hills.
What is Carmen?
Carmen, that's correct. We don't need to ask a question. That's on a different show. Next, in 1912, he was the Bull Moose Party's presidential candidate. North Hills.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt is correct. This is the bull sign in the zodiac. Penn Hills.
Taurus.
It is Taurus. Next, this is another name for the Battle of Bull Run. North Hills.
Manassas.
Manassas is correct. The bullpen is where you will find these baseball. North Hills.
Pitchers.
Pitchers, correct. Now bullfighting. That is the feature in this novel, The Sun Also Rises. North Hills.
Ernest Hemingway.
Hemingway wrote it. You're right. More points for you, 10 more. And the Cretan bull was captured by this mythical strongman. Penn Hills.
Hercules.
Hercules is correct, and we're through the first round. Time now to introduce you to the players who are playing the game. Off to a very nice start. First of all, tell us about yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Angelica Walker, and I'm a senior at Penn Hills High School. I'm also a dual enrollment student at CCAC. I'm vice president of my school's library club, also a member of Best Buddies and Bible Club, and a volunteer at Children's Hospital.
And you never sleep, do you? There's no time to sleep and go to school, too. Glad you're here. Andy, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Andy Oswald. I'm a sophomore at Penn Hills High School. I'm currently in the NJROTC there. I aspire to be a Navy officer after going to CMU.
Okay, very good. And one more player. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Echo Mason. I'm 17. I'm a senior, and I speak many languages.
How many?
Well, I speak 3, but I'm learning 3 more. So.
Oh my word, I have a hard enough time with English. That's wonderful. Echo, thank you very much. Glad you're here. Robert, tell us about yourself from Washington High, please.
I am Robert Gosnell. I am on marching, symphonic, jazz, and steel drum band. I'm on a rifle team, and I aspire to have a career in computer engineering.
Excellent. Glad you're here. Next up, Ethan.
My name is Ethan East. I'm in the marching band, symphonic band, jazz, and steel band. And I'm the drum major in the marching band, and I'm president of NHS at our school.
If you're the drum major, it doesn't mean you play the drums. What do you play?
Trumpet.
Play the trumpet. Okay, next up, Olivia.
Hi, I'm Olivia Adkins. I'm a senior at Wash High. I am secretary of our National Honor Society. I enjoy acting, and I'm the only one of us who's not in band.
Okay, very good. So we've gone to the South Hills, and we've gone to Washington County. Now we go to the North Hills of Pittsburgh. Tell us about yourself, please, from North Hills High School.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Tallblack. I'm a junior at North Hills, and I am a member of SAD, French Club, National Honor Society, and I play for the girls lacrosse team.
Okay, next up, Gabe.
I'm Gabe Stanton. I'm a senior at North Hills. I'm also the drum major of the marching band. I also play trumpet, and I'm also in the jazz band, and I'm also in the chorus, and I do the plays and the musicals.
So we're going to have a concert after the show here today with all the talent we've got in the studio. And finally, Nathan.
My name's Nathan Spear. I'm a senior at North Hills High School. I play the trumpet in
Of course you do.
Yeah,
everybody
jazz
plays
band,
something.
you know.
Yeah.
And I'm in drama club and play boys volleyball.
Okay, excellent. So we've got Penn Hills, we've got Washington and North Hills, and we've got a lot of musical talent here today as we play Hometown Haiku. Time for us to move on to the database round right now. This is a non-competitive round, so each team can put the buzzers down. We will go one at a time through this round of questions. We will start with Penn Hills. 5 questions for you. Take a look at your monitor because we've got a hidden word displayed in the monitor. Forget bodybuilding. See if you can instead find, hidden in the phrase, what Revolutionary War battle that's usually linked with Concord.
Lexington.
Lexington is right. Now, someone who takes an uncompromising position in a dispute can best be described by which of these adjectives?
Insipid.
I'm sorry, which one?
Insipid.
No, I'm sorry, it's intransigent, the one at the bottom right there. Now, the rock. It's actually a bird in the story of Sinbad the Sailor, but fill in the blanks around it to name what alarm clock swallowing reptile from Peter Pan.
Crocodile.
Crocodile's right. Now, though there are 3 figures here, all associated with apples, each was first mentioned in a different century. I need for you to arrange them for me in correct chronological order, earliest to most recent.
Johnny Appleseed, Atlanta, Steve Jobs.
Actually, Atlanta was first, then Appleseed and Steve Jobs, so that's incorrect. And one more, though. Get those points right back by getting this one right. Fill in the blank. It's a John Steinbeck's surprising description of what oldest U.S. national park where you can visit Old Faithful.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone National Park no more represents America than Disneyland. So said Steinbeck. So with 190 points, you vaulted out into the lead on Hometown High Q. We go to Washington High right now and see how they do with these 5 questions. Hidden word for you as well. In your monitor, it says, was he epic? But hidden in this philosophical question is what kind of barnyard animal of which Dolly is a cloned example?
Sheep.
Dolly the sheep was cloned in Europe. You're right. If someone admired your fortitude, they would be complimenting you on which of these?
Your courage.
Your courage. You're 2 for 2 in the round. You can contribute to art by filling in the blanks to name what ancient Roman slave who, in 72 BC, led a revolt called the Gladiators' War.
Spartacus.
I am Spartacus, he said. Right, now out of order now. We need to get the correct chronological order of these 3 men who have played important roles in American history. Please arrange them from earliest to most recent. Correct chronological order.
John Hancock, Ulysses S. Grant, Bill Gates.
You are correct. That's worth 10 points. And finally, a fill in the blank in a quote for you. You can triumph here by completing this Thomas Wolfe quote. Please name for me what season of the year that starts with the vernal equinox.
Summer.
Actually, spring. Spring came that year like a triumph, he said. But still, you're tied for the lead with 190 points. North Hills can see how they do in this round right now, as we've got a hidden word for them. On their monitor, it says, eat gourmet rice. Before you eat, though, see if you can find in this phrase the hidden name of a measurement system that includes kilograms and liters.
Metric.
It's the metric system. A definition now. If you are adding a lot of fanciful details to a story, you are taking which of these actions?
Embellishing it.
You are embellishing it, correct. Now, to get a swampy region of Nevada, the capital of that state, fill in the blanks with what same word? The surname of the American frontiersman named Kit.
Carson.
Yes, Kit Carson, Kit City, Kit Sink. That's correct. Now, these are 3 engines invented at different times. Please arrange them in correct chronological order, earliest to most recent.
Steam engine, diesel engine, jet engine.
You are correct. And one more for you as you take the lead. Fill in the blank and complete a famous stage direction from Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale. Place in the blank what animal that has grizzly and Kodiak varieties.
Bear.
Exit pursued by a bear is what it said. And you've got the lead on Hometown High Q. We play 5 rounds in every game, and right now we've got a midway point. We'll continue on as we come right back with the picks file. Give you a little behind the scenes tour of sort of what we do at Hometown High Q. These cards are all yellow. That tells me that there are going to be visual clues in that entire round coming up right now. It's called the Picks File. These are all visual clues for our players right now. We're going to have them take a look at their monitors and see how they do with these 8 questions right now on Hometown High Q. Built on 14 islands, one of the most beautiful cities in the world is what? North Hills?
Venice.
No, Stockholm. The world is the Swedish capital, Stockholm. Now, the fish drying here were caught in the Amazon River, whose flow is 14 times that of what U.S. river nicknamed Washington High?
Mississippi.
Mississippi is right. The U.S. River is nicknamed the father of waters. Now, the United States boycotted the 1980 Moscow Olympics because of the Soviet invasion of what Asian country where Kabul is the capital? North Hills.
Afghanistan.
You are correct. This expression is equal to the log of what number? Penn Hills. What's your answer?
Log 4.
Log 4 is correct. Yes, absolutely. Always ingenious, Thomas Edison tried to develop a new variety of goldenrod as a source of what? Elastic material that had been vulcanized by Charles Goodyear. North Hills.
Rubber.
Rubber. They made it into tires in Ohio. This painting depicts the death of what legendary queen of Carthage who killed herself after being abandoned by Aeneas. Anybody know that one or want to try it? Penn Hills rings in.
Cleopatra.
No, Dido or Alyssa. Now, what radioactive element is covered by the red square?
Thorium.
Thorium, very well done. Named for the Norse god of thunder. Symbol TH. Excellent job. Now, this Pieta in St. Peter's Basilica is the only statue bearing the carved signature of the artist who also painted the Sistine Chapel. North Hills.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo is correct, and that is the Pix file. They keep ringing in with correct answers on Hometown Haiku. We've played 3 rounds, still 2 more to go, but before we do that, we want to recognize the hard work and the fact that they're here on a Saturday. Also, these educators who've come along with the teams. We're going to start right now, and we're going to check out Penn Hills and find out who's come along with them.
This is Joshua Willie. He's the gifted coordinator for Penn Hills High School.
Josh, how long have you been doing this?
7 years.
And is it true you get a bonus when your team wins? Is that true?
That's what I said, but I was trying to impress you.
Okay, good. Well, you impressed us with your teaching. Thank you very much. Next up from Washington High, a special lady who's come with them.
This is Mrs. Mainwaring. She's also been our gifted director for 7 years.
And how long have you been in education, if I may?
17.
17 years. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. And next up is North Hills right now. He's all dressed to the nines, and he's here sharing this time with the kids. Tell us about him, please.
This is Mr. Stephen Hoza. He is our gifted economics and connections teacher at North Hills.
Okay, what do you like to teach? What's your favorite subject if you could pick?
Economics.
Teaching econ. Okay, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. All right, so let's get back to the game. We've got these envelopes lined up, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to allow Washington High to pick right now. The question in the envelope that you pick will go to Penn Hills. What do you think?
2.
You can't flip a coin because there's only 2 choices there, so we had to go to something else. It is envelope number 2 for Penn Hills. Again, put your buzzers down. You can hear the entire question without any time limits right now on that. Part of director Alfred Hitchcock's classic movie, North by Northwest, takes place on what South Dakota mountain carved with the heads of 4 presidents?
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore is right. The son of British Prime Minister William Gladstone was the first Governor General of the colony that became what country? Later headed by Nelson Mandela.
South Africa.
South Africa is right. According to an ancient myth, the little finger in your hand is difficult to control because it's influenced by what high-spirited classic messenger god?
Mercury.
Mercury is right. Now science, take a look at your monitor, please. Multiple choice. Which of these is the most complex compound?
Protein.
Protein is right at the top of the list. Halfway to the bonus. Teams that go 8 for 8 get 25 bonus points. Columbus was an Italian sailing for Spain, but the largest ethnic group on his ship were the Basque sailors. From what mountain separating France from Spain?
The Pyrenees.
The Pyrenees is correct. Now, in 2005, more than $15 million paid for the mansion which F. Scott Fitzgerald used as a model in his novel about what title character?
Great Gatsby?
Yeah, it just came out as a movie, Jay Gatsby. Now, math for you. Again, back to the monitor, please. Evaluate the expression. I'm going to tell you that x equals 4. The answer is a positive integer.
7.
7 is correct. You are 7 for 7. One more and you get the bonus. Americans have, quote, a lively faith in the perfectibility of man, end quote, wrote a 19th century French observer in his book, Democracy in America. Can you come up with it? You want to take a guess?
What year was it again?
It was a 19th century French observer. It's Alexis de Tocqueville is who it was. But still, 7 out of 8 in that round. Very impressive, and you have taken the lead on Hometown Haiku. So now we're going to turn to North Hills and ask them, pick an envelope, please. 1 or 3 for Wash High.
3.
Okay, number 3. That means you'll get the envelope number 1 in just a moment, North Hills. Washington High, here we go. Here's your 8 questions. Again, the bonus is up for grabs. Hans Christian Andersen wrote one of his most endearing stories about what type of mythical creature, half girl, half fish?
Yeah, the Little Mermaid.
Right, the mermaid. The Little Mermaid is correct. Now, in Nevada's Great Basin National Park, you can see what same sort of slow-moving mass of ice and rock that names a national park in Montana.
Glacier.
Glacier or Glacier National Park. For centuries, the key to the Mediterranean was what rocky British fortress located at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, I will. For centuries, the key to the Mediterranean was what rocky British fortress located at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula? It's Gibraltar. You've heard of the Rock of Gibraltar. It's right there at those straits. Science question for you. Take a look. Multiple choice. Voluntary muscles can obtain energy from glycogen, converting which of these substances also contained, I should say, in spoiled milk?
Lactic acid.
Right, sometimes you feel sore from it the next day after you work out a lot. You're correct. In classic mythology, Bacchus was not only a god of wine, he also was a patron of what fire-breathing creatures that had wings and scales?
Dragon.
Dragon, that's right. Many churches have bell ringers. But what Paris cathedral employed Quasimodo as the bell ringer in a Victor Hugo novel?
Are you asking for the cathedral name?
I am asking for, I'll repeat the question. Many churches have bell ringers, but what Paris cathedral employed Quasimodo as the bell ringer in a Victor Hugo novel?
Notre Dame.
Right, Notre Dame, in the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You got that correct. Math now, back to your monitor and take a look here. Solve for X. What's your answer, please?
3 square roots of 17.
No, the answer is 3. It's the cube root then of 27, or 3 will be how you simplify there. Now, in 1916, the United States sent in Marines to occupy what Caribbean country? It borders Haiti on the island of Hispaniola.
The Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic is absolutely correct. You are just 20 points off the lead right now, as we have one more round of questions here in envelope number 1. Questions for North Hills. Here we go. There was mutiny on the Discovery in 1611 when an English explorer was set adrift by his crew on what huge Canadian bay that now bears his name?
Hudson Bay.
Right, Henry Hudson was the explorer. If you were opening a shoe salon for a mythical character, you might stock special shoes for what Greek hero with a vulnerable heel?
Achilles.
Achilles, correct. The first of the Lincoln-Douglas debates was held in 1858 in an Illinois town sharing what name with the capital of Canada? You got an answer?
Ottawa.
Ottawa is correct. Now science for you, multiple choice. Look at the screen and give me the answer. Of these 3 terms, which one best describes the heterophobic plant or bacterium that lives in a dead organic matter?
A saprophyte.
You are correct, right at the top of the list. Now, what mountain, the highest in Greece, was once thought to be the home of the ancient classical gods?
Mount Olympus.
Mount Olympus is right. And question number 6 for you. My paper's stuck together. Hang on here. Still stuck. Having a hard time. All right, stay with me here. His novels were unbelievably prophetic, said one critic about what 19th century French author who wrote 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Jules Verne.
Jules Verne wrote it. Math problem for you right now. Simplify the expression. X equals 5. Give your answer as a positive integer, please.
4.
Yep, the square root of 16 is 4. Now, fighting was just ending in Gettysburg in 1863 when General Grant commemorated the 4th of July holiday by capturing what important stronghold on the Mississippi?
Vicksburg.
You got Vicksburg, and you got all 8 of them, so you get the bonus of 25 extra points, and you've got a little bit of a cushion now heading into the final round of Hometown High Q. We will set the stage for the final round when we come right back on KDKA. So let's set the stage for our final round right now and see how the teams are stacked up after 4 rounds. 445 points for North Hills, 340 for Penn Hills, 320 for Washington High, but the points change very quickly in this final round. That's why we call it quick time. Hands on your buzzers, ring in when you think you know. Remember, a wrong answer, you lose the point value associated with the question. Because of the many microchip-based businesses there, the California region from San Jose to San Francisco, Penn Hills ringing in.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley is correct. 20 points for you. Well above boiling. What Fahrenheit temperature titles a novel by Ray Bradbury? North Hills.
Fahrenheit 451.
Fahrenheit 451 is right. The international city that attracts the most visitors is no longer London. Instead, it's the capital of Thailand. North Hills.
Bangkok.
Bangkok is right. 30-point question here. Look at your monitor. These items once belonged to what Revolutionary War hero who said, as he was about to be hanged by the British, "I regret I have but one life to lose"?
Nathan Hale.
Please wait for me to call on you. It's correct for Penn Hills, but you could give the answer to the other team if you're not careful. British novelist D.H. Lawrence lived for a while at Kiowa Ranch in what southwestern U.S. state, the site of Carlsbad Caverns? It is in New Mexico. Just about exactly a minute to play in the game. When a certain integer is doubled and the sum is then increased by 1, the final result is 49. What's the integer? North Hills.
24.
24 doubled plus 1 is 49. You're right. The author, Goethe, used the phrase frozen music to describe what structural art exemplified by the work of Frank Lloyd Wright? Penn Hills?
Architecture.
It is architecture. He did Falling Water, not far from here. An entire city being built at one moment. Look at your monitor. That's the clue. One historian wrote this, 1958, about what rapidly developing city, the capital of Saudi Arabia? Penn Hills.
Saudi Arabia, you say?
Yes, the capital of Saudi Arabia.
Addis Ababa.
No, it's Riyadh. One more question now with 5 seconds left. 50 years after the Louisiana Purchase, the U.S. government made what Western land purchase named for an American diplomat? North Hills?
Seward's Folly.
No, it was the Gadsden Purchase. That is the end of our game. Let's see how it plays out. So we've had our judges madly at work right now to add up the point totals, and let's see how the teams have finished on this Saturday morning. Nice round of applause for Washington High with 320 points today. Very well played. Next up, Penn Hills High School, 380 points. They played very well today. Nice job, guys. And that means our champion and a playoff bound team is from North Hills, 485 points. Congratulations on being our hometown high Q winner. Even though you kind of whiffed on the high five, that's okay. Well done. Hey, you know what? In this next week, you're going to have some free time, a little bit of downtime. Pick up a book or a magazine and read. You're never too young or never too old to learn something new, and you might just surprise yourself. Have a great Saturday. Thanks for watching Hometown IQ.
Watch next week as Albert Gallatin, Franklin Regional, and McGuffey High Schools battle on Hometown IQ.